morning, boys and girls. It's time for some math. You're going to need page 107, a pencil, and if you have a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, it's okay. Go ahead and get your supplies, and then we're going to go ahead and start, all right? So what we're going to do first is we're going to start with some number flashcards. So I'm going to pull that up. And I want you to go ahead and say those numbers for me, and then I'll go ahead and stop the video, and then we will talk about what comes after, okay? Here we go. Go ahead and say them out loud. Super hard one, huh? Okay, what comes after 81, boys and girls? That's right, it's 82. Good job. What comes after 15? That's right, 16. Great job. Keep going. What comes after 66? That's right, 67. What comes after 39? That's right, 40. Let's do a couple more. Make sure you're saying each one. What comes after 56? And that's right, it's 57. Great job, boys and girls. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and practice some numbers that are before. So I'm going to be going and calling some friends. Now, moms and dads, if these higher numbers are difficult, you may want to pull up an app on your iPad or computer or your phone and pull up a number chart that looks something like, let me go back over here, that looks something like this. Hold on for just a sec. That looks something like that. That will give your child a resource. If you pull up on your computer and put it on your Word document, you can go ahead and print it out and give it to them so that way when they're doing their assessments or they're working, they have a resource if they need it, okay? So that's our number chart. So let's go ahead and go back over here. And we're going to go ahead and call some names. Let's see who it is today. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. And we have a line in front of. That means they want to know the before. Let's see who is going to do our problems today. Lennon, you get picked a lot. There's our friend Lennon. Hi, Lennon. How are you, buddy? All right, bud. You have the number 51. 51. What comes in front of 51? So you start at the base number in the 50 family. You go 50, 51. Lennon, did you say 50? Woo! Good job, Lennon. He's on it today. All right, so we're going to say a 5 and a 0 is 50. Good job, buddy. All right, let's see who's next. It's Dominic. Hi, Dom. How you doing, buddy? All right, Dominic, you have 66. So you're going to start at the base number of 60 and go 61, 62, 63. What do you think, Dom? Did you say 65? Oh, yeah, you are right, Dominic. It is 65. A 6 and a 5 is 65. And if you were to count, you'd say 64, 65, 66. Great job. All right, 40. 40, let's see. Hi, Sophia Andra. How are you, sweetheart? All right, Sophia Andra, you have 40. You're going to have to start with a base number of 30. So you're going to say 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. What do you think, Sophie? Sophie, did you say 39? You are right. Good job. It's a 3 and a 9. And then always the mathematicians want to go back and they want to go 37, 38, 39, 40. Always want to go back and check your work. All right, one more in the 50 family. Let's see who it is. It's Bennett. Hi, Benny. How are you, sweetheart? All right, Benny, you want to start with the base number of 50, and you want to go 50, 51, 52. What do you think? Benny, did you say 54? Benny, you were right. It's a 54. So if we go back and count, we could say 52, 53, 54, 55. Those are our before numbers. Great job, Benny. Now, Mom and Dad, if your kids have a really hard time with this concept, you want to make sure that you get a whiteboard and practice some of those numbers, okay? Because we want to be ready for first grade, don't we, boys and girls? All right, let's go ahead. We're going to learn about measurement. Can you guys say the word measurement? We have a sweet friend who my grandson, grandson Owen, he loves Elmo, and so do I. So Elmo's going to teach us what the word measurement means. Are you ready? Here we go. It's a short little video.
Elmo.
And we are here to tell you all about the word
Measure.
That's right, measure. Now I play football, and they measure all the time in football.
Ooh, that's true. They use those orange chain thingies, right?
That's right, they do, Elmo.
Oh, tell everyone what measure means, Mr. Drew.
Okay, the word measure means to use a tool to find out how long or tall something is.
Oh, can Elmo and Mr. Drew measure right now?
Absolutely. What should we measure?
Mr. Drew, can you measure Elmo?
That's a great idea, Elmo.
Thank you.
And I have my ruler to do it.
Oh, cool.
So let's measure how tall you are.
Measure Elmo.
Okay, here we go. Elmo is 24 inches tall.
Yay! Wow! Well, Elmo just got measured by a ruler.
Yeah, you did, Elmo. But you don't just have to measure with a ruler.
You don't?
No.
What you talking about, Mr. Drew?
What I'm talking about is you can measure with just about anything.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
like what?
Well, like a potato.
A potato.
Sure.
Mr. Drew, get
Watch
out
this.
of
Now, watch this. You are 1, 2, 3, 4 potatoes tall, Elmo.
Okay, so Elmo can get measured with a potato.
Right, but that's not all you can measure.
Oh, anyone else?
We can measure with a tube of toothpaste.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So here we go. We'll see how tall you are. You are 1,
1,
2, 3 tubes of toothpaste tall.
Oh, cool. So Elmo can get measured with a potato and a tube of toothpaste.
Yes,
cool.
but wait, I'm not finished.
Take it out.
You can also measure with
What?
a football.
Really?
Yes, watch this.
Okay.
Elmo is 1,
Measuring with a football.
2, 3 footballs tall.
Wow! You're almost big enough to make the team!
Wow. Oh, measure.
Okay, boys and girls, isn't Elmo just the cutest thing ever? He is. All right, so what we're going to do now, boys and girls, is we are going to talk about measurement. Let me go ahead and get out of this one and put up my PowerPoint like this. All right, so today, boys and girls, we are going to learn about something called a ruler. Can you say a ruler? Ruler. A ruler does measure how long or how tall. So the width or the height of something. A ruler is pretty cool looking. It has 12 inches on it. So you'll see numbers. You'll see big numbers at the top and smaller numbers on the bottom. The smaller numbers are centimeters and the bigger numbers are inches. So a ruler will start with the number 1 and it'll go to the number 12. And we use this to measure things, okay? So that is a ruler. We can measure things with lots of different tools. There's the ruler right here. You probably have seen your dad's tape measure and something that you use for sewing. So all of those are tools for measuring. All right, so right here, this is called a foot-long sandwich. So if you've ever been to Subway or Jimmy John's and Mom and Dad gets a foot-long sandwich, a 1 foot long sandwich means that there's 12 inches. in that sandwich. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure and show you how to measure. So when you measure with a ruler, you always start from the very beginning and you stop at the end. So you place the ruler down at the bottom where it starts, right here, and you go all the way to where it ends. And this sandwich is 12 inches long, and that means the sandwich is 1 foot. 12 inches equals 1 foot. Okay, so when you're measuring, you don't go like this and measure it towards the beginning or halfway. You got to start at the beginning of it and go all the way until the end. So that sandwich is 12 inches long, and there's 12 inches in 1 foot. So we're going to go ahead and measure a few items, and then I'm going to let you measure some things at home, okay? All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to measure this little caterpillar right here. We're going to start at the beginning of the caterpillar like this, and I'm going to make sure that it's not upside down on the centimeters. I want to use the bigger ones, the inches, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to go all the way to the end of the tail, and our caterpillar is 8 inches long. An inch is about this big. Can you go like that with your fingers? An inch is about that big, okay? Let's go ahead and measure this crayon. You want to start at the tip of the crayon, like this. I want to make sure that my ruler is on the inch side, like this. I want to start like this. See how it's even? I want to go all the way to the end where it stops, and it stops on at 7. So that means our crayon is 7 inches long. Remember, an inch is about this big, okay? An inch is not very long, is it? All right, let's go over here to the side. We're going to measure that ladybug. We're going to start right there where the little antennas are, and I'm going to stop at the end of the body. I'm going to make sure I'm on the inch side, not the little numbers. Those are called centimeters. We want to know how many inches our ladybug is. It is 3 inches long, okay? You can also have fun measuring parts of your body. So I got a finger out. When you're measuring how long your finger is, you want to start right at that line, and then you want to go to the tip. And so this finger is 4 inches long. If I was going to measure my finger, I would go like this. Let's see. I'd go all the way to the corner, and I would stop it. My finger is 3 inches long. Okay? All right. Now, what happens if your object does not land right on a number? So if I was going to measure the shoe, I would start right here, and I would go all the way to the end. But look, it goes past the 9, and it goes right to that next big line. That means my shoe is 9.5 inches long, kind of like the clock is half past. 9.5 inches long. So what I want you to do, if you have a ruler at home, I want you to get some objects, and I want you to measure them, and just go around. You can measure parts of your body, you can measure things in the kitchen, you can measure things in the playroom, okay? Go ahead and have fun doing that, but we're not finished. After you come back, we're going to do a math paper. We're going to do page 107, all right? Okay, go have fun measuring, and then just push pause. All right, for those of you that are ready to come back, we have a math paper right here. You're going to go ahead and write your name and the date. Our short date today is 4-28. Remember that 4 is for January, February, March, and April. Okay, so it's April 28th, the year 2020. So go ahead and write your name on your paper, and then I'll tell you what you're going to do. All right, so on number 1, it says write the number that comes before. We just practiced those, didn't we? On number 2, we're going to add. On number 3, it says fill in the circle beside the objects which are more than 1 inch. Right here you can see, hold your finger up, that's about 1 inch. If the object is longer than 1 inch, you're going to fill in the circle. That means to color it in. So you can use this ruler right here, or you can use a ruler that is at your house. So if it's bigger than 1 inch, go ahead and fill in that circle. On number 4, it says, write the number your teacher says. Okay, some of you guys are leaving this blank. So if you have mommies and daddies that are not by you, then you want to make sure that you tell them that everything has to be filled out. We're only doing 107. You're not going to turn it over. Okay, on the green skateboard, you're going to write the number 13. 13. On the orange skateboard, 96. 96. And on the purple skateboard, 54. 54. Great job. I'm super proud of you. It's time for you guys to go outside and play for about 15 minutes and have a snack, and I'll see you for story time. Bye, guys.